who... Okay, guys. Hey, guys. This video is gonna be like a history video of all my anarchies, from the beginning to the current. First things first, what we're gonna start off with is the first anarchy that started in June of 2019. This is when I created my first anarchy, my 6-month-old one, and pretty much, it's actually, I think it's older than 6 months, maybe, I don't know, but pretty much I created it, and there was only, it was made for 5 people, only 5 people joined it, but instead of deleting it like any normal person would when they're tired of a world, I kept it, and so the world was, my anarchies, I wasn't known for anarchy, my anarchy was kind of dead at this point, and so, I didn't really know what to do at this point with the anarchies, so I just kind of gave up on it. And then that's when the Bedrock update came out. When Bedrock came out, I pretty much, I do admit, I did grief spawn as myself as the host, and I did lag a lot of games. But I didn't crash the game using TNT. I've only lagged it very hard, or just lag spawn very hard. And pretty much, it was common for players to experience that type of lag, just like happened in the clip right there, where the skeleton horse kind of, did some weird stuff. That doesn't happen on Bedrock, by the way, but it experienced lag and stuff. Sometimes frame rate issues, depending on how close you are to spawn. And so, I would I had after I grief spawn, I wanted to show people my masterpiece of the griefed spawn, what an anarchy is supposed to look like, instead of just a forest with flowers. Griefed wasteland. That's what it's supposed to look like. And so I wanted to invite people. I did invite people, and I invited one of my old friends, Snow Luffy, from a old Halloween map that we made. We worked on, and then I invited some communities. I think Scene Lucky 13, he also joined. He joined one of the parties, and he joined one of the anarchies. He still plays every so often. He still plays occasionally. And he was actually the first one I gave op, and he's the longest one who's had op, in my anarchy. So, I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. And oh, this clip's about to end. Anyway, the anarchy was kind of fine. It was doing okay. The average was 5 players, maybe more. But it was starting to get a player base. It was starting to get, risen and known about. People were starting to know about this anarchy. And so, as people were starting to find out and know about this anarchy, more people and more player data was, put onto the world, and it became kind of, I guess, overwhelming, because there was also 32Ks I had to deal with, and 32K pickaxes were released, and when those were released, all heck broke loose. Everybody had 32Ks. No kits were made at this point, for 32Ks, but there was 32Ks. People did have 32Ks. Notable people, not, new players. Notable people had 32Ks, like Mr. Mimbo, CJ the Pro. Oh yeah, CJ the Pro also just joined. CJ the Pro, Mr. Mimbo, people like that. Snow Luffy, I think, too. And also the first cosplay player, Alan, I think, who actually joined the Anarchy, which is kind of cool. And pretty much what happened was, when I kept this, it was fine, and then that's when the 32K pickaxes came around with the Fortune 32K, and that kind of caused the game to crash or / corrupt. So I started my second anarchy. People pretty much, it got mass distributed. 32Ks were everywhere. Like, you pretty much were not a, like, you were pretty much a noob if you didn't have 32Ks. And so, let me check my controller. And so, Season 2 didn't last that long because of the fact that there were just so many 32Ks. And so, like, that's kind of just how it is. Season 2 didn't last very long. So I started my third Anarchy. No one liked it. I know. I hated it. Mr. Member, if you're watching this, I know you hate it. I hate it. Everybody hates it. That's probably the one thing we both probably agree on. Everybody hates my third Anarchy. And then because I kind of put the interpretation that my Anarchies were gonna turn into seasons, and I wanted to remove that like title on my Anarchies. I really do now. I hate the term or the usage of seasons in Anarchy, because like I'm learning how to make a true Anarchy. I'm still in beta, I guess, or alpha, and yeah, like I really wanted to remove like seasons. So yeah, that's what I did with seasons. That's what I kind of removed that. So all the previous Anarchies before, I'm gonna try to stop that, because the only reason people like those is because they probably had 32Ks, and that's all they probably like about it. So stop. If you want to play on that, please don't ask. Just play on my current Anarchy. And speaking of my current Anarchy, after my third Anarchy flopped like the Wii U, I actually created my current Anarchy, and I grief spawned a little bit, and then I slash filled a obsidian an obsidian roof over spawn, and a few months later, people were starting to like notice it was cheats, because it was just a random obsidian platform. They thought it was not a true Anarchy, which it wasn't. And then that's when I gave Nintendo Switch player Alan creative when no one was playing on the server, and he pretty much he was creating an incursion, which is to make spawn more difficult, and we've been working on this incursion for months, which is pretty much to make spawn a lot harder and a lot bigger. That's what she said. No, I'm kidding. But pretty much we were making spawn a lot harder and a lot bigger, and he pretty much covered the inner spawn and the outer spawn with a wall of lava, and we were griefing and burning all the trees. We were blowing up terrain, raiding bases, and crushing people, and yeah, that was kind of. And then it all stopped when my Microsoft account stopped working, and that's pretty much the current state of the Anarchy. So thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.